Alrighty, guys. So Gotham Knight is canceled. I'll be quite honest with you. I knew this was going to happen anyway. The show ratings were good. There's no popular buzz on it. I did enjoy Gotham Knights a little bit towards the end because, again, my expectations were low. They exceeded some of it sometimes. And again, I you know what you're getting with these CW shows. And my friend, I talked to him too. He told me, he was like, look, you know what you're getting with yourself into it. So just turn off the brain and enjoy it. I was like, fuck. And I did. I turned off my brain and I didn't think of it. I took the video game aspect away because that doesn't really help because the video game was trash. I took the comic book aspect out the way because we all know this show ain't following no type of source material. I took the fact that Bruce Wayne died, even though Harvey Dent is not Two-Face, took that out the way. So I took a lot of things out the way, and the show became enjoyable for me and just great on what it is. But I gotta tell you one thing: I cannot stand the motherfucking Court of Owls. I've always hated the Court of Owls. In the comic, I enjoyed them. I thought, oh, this is a unique type of take. They're doing cool. But every form of media, from the Batman versus Robin film they did a couple years ago, then Gotham did it, and then some of the video games, they have not done a Court of Owls to me justice. I heard Matt Reeves talk about doing it too. Like, no, leave that shit alone. Just do something else. Do a Sub-Zero type of thing. Do something. Leave these motherfuckers alone. I hate the Court of Owls. I've always hated the Court of Owls because it just, to me, it's a secret organization, and it's the rich of the rich, and I'm like, forget it. Don't worry about it. I'm cool with it. But anyway, let's talk about Gotham. This show was doomed from start. Dead on arrival. This show was already dead. When the trailer dropped, was it a year ago? Yeah. The show was already dead on arrival. And then we all kind of knew anyway what the show was trying to go for, and it just wasn't going to work. The fan base wasn't going to enjoy it, and then, it wasn't going to work. The show feels like a earlier days of the CW. Remember when Smallville and Birds of Prey and Smallville was doing a show, and then they got Aquaman? It was before the tights, and it just felt like that. The only one who wore a costume was Robin. It really felt like an old show from that era. Like, who thought this was a good idea? And then the CW renewed it. I mean, not CW, but the old president's like, yeah, we can run with this. I'm like, really, dude? Really? This is what we're going with? The fuck? It's weird. He should have did another show based in the Superman and Lois universe, and the show probably would have been renewed. But they didn't. They didn't do that. They wanted to do their own take again, and they thought this was going, and it didn't. It failed. Just money wasted. I'm surprised they kept this show over Superman and Lois, because the show is less expensive than Superman and Lois. But the show costs $1 million, and you watch this show, the show don't look like no fucking $1 million. The show looks like about 500,000 at the most. At the most. Superman and Lois look like $1 million. Look almost 2 to 3 million sometimes, but $1 million, I can believe that. But this here, not so much. It is. This was one of these shows where it didn't need to get made. It didn't need to happen. It's a show that shouldn't even happen. They created a character called Turner, who is remotely not even in no fucking comics, and you will never, and I'll say this again, ever hear this character again. You will never see him in any form of media again. Any Batman comic, any Batman video game, nothing. You might get him lucky enough in the fucking DLC if the fans ask for it. Literally. He is a character that you will never, ever see again. Like, everybody's like, why didn't you use Jason Todd? Well, Titans had him. No, they didn't. They wrapped him up in that previous season. Or why did you use Tim Drake? Or use other characters? Hell, there's even other Robins. Hell, I would have been better off that they would have just used the Robin for the Dark Knight Returns and went with that Robin. That would have been better. And just added another character that is like I said, you could tell the creators of the show, or creator of the show, wanted to get certain characters they couldn't use, so they created their own character, Cole Turner, or whatever their name is. In reality, they just made a boo-boo, and it was a shit. and it just didn't work. It just didn't work. Um, so, like I said, am I happy the show got canceled? No. I mean, like I said, I'd grown to enjoy it, but I am not going to sit here and say I didn't see this coming. Everyone knew it. Like, you are not following up. I think I even said it before. They should have did a Gotham Outsiders, focusing on the outsiders in Gotham City. That's what I said. I'm like, why did y'all not do the outsiders? This remotely doesn't follow no video game. This doesn't remotely follow nothing in the comics. This remotely follows nothing. They did their own take and it failed miserably. I feel bad for the actresses and the actors. I think I could tell they had a good time and they were trying to do their best, but it just wasn't working. Got 2 episodes left. Better enjoy them because ain't nobody, and I mean nobody, picking this up. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Gotham being canceled.